Okay, so for today, we'll be discussing about the qualitative research methodology. So before, we have said that the previous lesson, we have two types of research methodology, right? The quantitative and the qualitative methodology. So for today, we will be discussing the qualitative methodology. First, try to discuss the criteria in choosing a research methodology. What are these most common criteria or most common criteria in choosing a research methodology? Is it qualitative or quantitative methodology? Which fits more appropriate on your research? First one is the research problem and questions. It could answer this answers the questions. What are your research problem and questions, and what exactly is the aim of your study? So, basing on the problem and the question and the goal of your study, what could be the research methodology that is fit to your research? For example, your problem or your research or your topic is all about what? All about schools. Schools in, for example na lang is, mas madali, a recipe. What are the best recipe that we could have that people in the Philippines prefer? So with that question, ano yung recipe na mas piniprefer ng most Filipinos? Ano yung mas gusto nilang recipe or mas gusto nilang food is cuisine? Is it Ilocano food, Pangansinense food, Ilonggo food, or whatsoever? Ano yung mga iyon? So, with that question, ano ba yung goal ng study ngayon? It is a certain food, right? Kung ano yung piniprefer nila. So, most probably, ano nga ulit yung sabi natin, how could we define easier a research methodology between quantitative and qualitative? How to differ the two in an easier way? It is first, for the quantitative methodology, from its root word itself, quantity. So, yung klase, yung kalidad niya. So, ano mas, yun yung kalidad. What about for the qualitative? It is the baliktad. Quantitative or quantity, gaano karami. Yung bilang, quantity. While for the qualitative or the quality, yung kalidad niya. Kalidad ng isang bagay. For this one, your study is all about what most Filipinos prefer. Anong cuisine ang mas prefer nila? So, with that question, ano kaya yung mas bagay na research methodology na we could use? Is it the quantitative or the qualitative methodology?
Qualitative.
Quantitative or qualitative? Yes.
Qualitative.
Quantitative. Qualitative, quantitative. Para
Qualitative, ma'am.
Qualitative. Ulitin ko ha. Ganito. Your researcher study is all about what do most Filipino prefer. Is it Ilocano food, Ilonggo food, Pangasinan food? So, between that three, yun yung magiging part ng study nyo. Yun yung magiging choices ng study nyo. Or yung choices doon sa survey na gagawin nyo. So, sabi natin, pag quantitative, the quantity, gaano karami, bilang, it is more on math. While for the qualitative, quality, kalidad. it is more of a words. Magiging words yung magiging solution mo, or magiging what they call that, product ng yung study. While for the quantitative, ang magiging product mo yung study, yung magiging product ng our solution, or yung magiging magka-come up dun sa study means about numbers. Quantitative numbers, qualitative words. So, with that, yung study mo is about knowing what most Filipinos prefer. Is it Ilocano, Ilonggo, or Pangasinense food? Or with that study, ano yung research methodology na bagay doon? Is it quantitative or qualitative?
Quantitative.
Quantitative. What about for the others?
Quantitative ba?
Why quantitative?
Mas lang mas maungkat mo itong aming DJ kaya mo ma-i-correct ko dito ng problem mo.
Kasan mo nga maungkat? How will you, yung bring out yung solution yun sa problem?
JB lang naman.
JB lang di ana.
Di mga yat kabigay J.
Pinapilin ma'am.
Yes, between those three choices. So, most probably magiging magiging aim mo, yung goal mo dun sa study na yun is kung ilan yung may mas prefer, kung ano, para paano mo makukuha or paano mo malalaman kung ano yung prefer nila. Cuisine is by having that service, papipiliin mo sila sa tatlong yun. And with that, kung ano yung pinakamarami doon, choices doon, for example, ang may pinakamaraming answer is the Ilocano food. So, within your study, ang lumabas sa study mo na, mas prefer ng mas nakararaming Pilipino ang Ilocano food. And with that, nakuha mo ba yung aim ng study mo? Lumabas ka. Paano mo nakuha yung aim ng study mo is that nagkaroon ka ng survey at bilang yung lumabas, yung kailangan mong gawin, bilang ng tao, ang kailangan mong hanapin, ang kailangan mong ilagay na solusyon doon sa problem. Did you get it? Did you get the point? Or medyo magulo? Isa pa?
Naalam mo.
Ayatin ma'am.
Yatin. Sabi niya yan, amayatin. Let's have the next one. Another criteria in choosing a research methodology is through personal experiences. What do we mean by that? So, your personal experience can also be a factor you have to consider when choosing your research methodology. You may be skilled in statistics and have a pretty good grasp of the different types of statistical analysis and their usage. You might be interested in measuring a certain part of reality and use this in several tests. So meaning, also, nagbe-bear din or wait lang anak ko. Meron ding bearing ang personal experiences in choosing a research methodology. Some would prefer qualitative over quantitative because some are not that excellent in math. Meron naman yung mas prefer nila yung quantitative over qualitative dahil mas bet ni at dahil for them is they know they are more of a number person than a worthy person. Did you get my point? Personal experience. You must what do you call that? Ano pa ba yung medyo pwedeng
Dapat ada experience mo ma'am.
Yes, anak? You're saying something? Wala. Okay, so yan. Personal experiences. So, ito din yung na mas magbibigay sa'yo ng interest Kasi pag kinuha mo, binis mo yung research methodology na gagamitin mo sa sarili mo or yung personal experience mo is that mas madali mong magagawa siya kasi meron kang personal interest. Interesado ka doon sa ginagawa mo. Di ba? Kapag interesado ka sa isang bagay, ipino-push through mo siya, mas nagiging eager ka. For example, you are very interested to know the life of Princess Diana. So what will you do? Dahil interesado ka sa buhay ni Princess Diana is that mas magiging madali sa'yo na gawin yung isang bagay. Ganun naman talaga, di ba? Pag gusto mo yung isang bagay, mas madali siyang nagagawa. At kapag may personal experience ka doon, na nagawa mo na siya dati or nasubukan mo na, mas madali siyang nagagawa. Right? And the next one is your audience. Bakit kasali to sa criteria in choosing a research methodology? Bear in mind na kailangan binabasa mo rin dapat ang research methodology mo sa audience mo. Kasi sila yung magiging main material mo, kumbaga, main material mo sa iyong study. Kasi hindi siya mapupush through kung wala kang audience, kung walang sasagot sa mga surveys mo, kung wala kang may interview. Kasi maging baliwala yung study mo kung it is all about coming from the book, according to the book, according to the website, according to this and to this and to this, without a personal, without yung people or without that proof of good evidence. Kasi isang good evidence malakas na ebidensya kapag meron kang audience o meron kang mga audience or meron ka mga survey or you are the surveyor and the survey. Merong sasagot sa mga katanungan ko. Yun yung kung bakit kailangan you should also bear in mind the audience in choosing a research methodology. Kasi hindi rin masasagot ng maayos nung sasagot ng survey mo kung hindi niya alam yung pinasasagot mo. For example, ang pinasasagot mo is all about a topic about the COVID-19. Tapos, ipasasagot mo siya, magiging audience mo is the kindergartens. Do you think magiging possible, successful yung study mo? No. Kasi nga, hindi naman, basing hindi lang dahil bata sila. Number one fact that is, bata pa sila. They really don't know pa the word the COVID-19. All they know is it is sakit, pandemic. Yun lang. Other than that, wala na. So should also bear in mind your audience on your study. Now, let's go to the next one. Natural. Let's go now to the characteristics of a qualitative research. Now, again, ano yung qualitative research? It's all about the quality. Quality, gusto mo makuhang solution doon sa problem mo. Now, the first characteristic of a qualitative research is the natural setting. From the word itself, natural setting. Ano ba yung natural? Makatotohanan. Totoo lang. Nandun ka mismo. Setting, lugar. Natural na lugar. Natural. Ano ba ang term doon? Natural na lugar. So, he said that qualitative research usually does not bring research participants into laboratories or request respondents to answer numerical instruments such as survey forms or questionnaires. The qualitative researchers goes to the field to the actual setting where the phenomenon or reality under study is happening. Kasi mas, kumbaga, kung magiging mas makatotohanan yung study mo, yung magiging outcome ng study mo, kung makatotohanan yung setup, yung place na pagkukuhanan mo ng study. Right? Hindi naman, for example, you are from the Philippines, tapos yung study mo is nagaganap siya mismo sa United Kingdom. Eventually, hindi mo naman talaga afford na pumunta mismo sa United Kingdom para mag-conduct ng study mo. So, technically, yung magiging study mo is lang siya, hindi siya putyo-putyo, pero hindi siya ganon ka-evident, ka-solid na study kasi hindi mo siya first hand na magagawa or hindi mo rin siya first hand na nakikita. Hindi mo rin first hand na kakausap yung mga respondents mo. Kahit sabihin natin mayroon naman tayong gadgets or apps na pwedeng mag-interview kahit nasa malayong lugar. Iba pa rin kasi kapag first hand mo yung mga ginagawa. Ikaw mismo, nakikita mo mismo rin yung nangyayari doon sa lugar na kung saan mo gustong mag-conduct ng study. Yun. Natural. Natural lang. Kasi di ba kapag natural, mas okay. Kapag totoo, mas makatotohanan. Right? Mas makatotohanan siya. The next one, researcher as key instrument. So above all else of the characteristics of the qualitative research is that researcher is the key instrument. What we mean by that? Yeah. We said that the researcher is as key instrument because ikaw mismo yung nag-study. Kumbaga nga, kung hindi mo rin naman alam yung ginagawa, kung hindi mo rin alam yung ginagawa mo, baliwala rin. Kung wala ka rin naman, kahit man lang konting kaalaman sa ginagawa mo, baliwala rin. Hindi siya magiging successful. Hindi magiging successful yung study mo. Another one is researcher, at ikaw na researcher din is ikaw mismo yung magiging first hand kasi, di ba? Ikaw yung mismo dapat you are into your study. Nandun yung puso mo. Kahit naman saan, di ba? Another one is, for example, freedom is anong yung strand? EBM?
EVL, ma'am.
Ay, HM. Yan, HM. Kumbaga yan sa HM. Kumbaga din naman sa pagluluto. Ikaw na nagluluto. Kung hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo, as in totally, pwede yun, di ba? Pwede naman yun. Pwede talaga. Pwede naman yun. Parang from scratch. Pak. Pero mas maganda pa rin talaga kahit papaano is meron kang konting alam doon sa ginagawa mo. Kumbaga is, for example na lang parang petty nitong pero parang nakakatawa siya pero totoo lang siya. You are magluluto ka pero basic lang, hindi mo alam kung anong itsura ng palayok. Hindi mo alam ang itsura ng gasol. Right? Technically, may mangyayari ba doon sa gagawin? Hindi mo alam kung paano i-operate yung gasol. Kung paano sasindihan yung gasol. Or kung paano may open yung microwave. Right? Wala rin mangyayari doon. So, basically, dapat alam mo rin yung basics. May basic kang nalalaman sa isang ganap or ganap. Yun yun. Kaya nga, the researcher is the key instrument. The next one is multiple sources of data. So, we said that doing that qualitative research entails collecting data from different sources. These sources can be interviews, focus group discussions, observations, document reviews, and audio-visual information. The researcher would then try to come up with categories or themes that cut across or are common to these data sources. So, another characteristic of a qualitative research is it has multiple sources of data. In conducting a research study, Hindi pwedeng isa lang yung magiging source ng data mo. Kasi it would be bias. Kumbaga parang yun lang yung kumbaga kung iisa lang yung data or yung source ng data na pagkukuhanan mo, hindi siya talaga study. Hindi siya study kasi wala kang parang nagiging bias ka na. Yun lang yun. Yun lang yung, kung ano yung resources ng data mo, yun din yung lalabas dun sa study mo. Basing dun sa nag-iisang source mo ng data, hindi siya magiging successful. We could not tell that, or we could not say that na na successful study. Kasi isa lang yung source ng data. So always remember, kapag nagkakandak ka ng research is that you should have plenty of sources. Hindi lang isa, dalawa. Dapat more, probably maximum ay minimum of 3. Kung baka pwede na dapat minimum of 5. The more resources, the more sources of data, the more na mas magiging successful yung study nyo. And the more na mas makukuha nyo kung ano ba yung talagang solution doon sa problem ng study nyo. Mas magiging, kung hindi naman na 100%, magiging 99.9% successful yung study nyo. Another one is the qualitative research is inductive and deductive data analysis. So, what do you mean by inductive? What do you mean by deductive data? So, inductive data is, meron siya kasing 3 parts, or 3 steps. First one is, for inductive research, you gather data, you look for the specific level of focus. Meron talaga siyang specific. Kumbaga, yun yung pinaka-punto ng study mo. Another one is you look for patterns analysis, you analyze it. Then the third one is you develop theory. This is the general level of focus. So, ang una sa inductive is magkukulit ka muna ng data. Then afterwards, mag-analyze ka. Then afterwards is mag-create ka na ng theory. While for the deductive data naman is baliktad naman. Mauuna muna yung theory mo. So, mauuna muna yung theory mo. Ganito. Kaya pala tumitigas yung yelo sa loob ng ref kasi ang ref merong freon. Yun yung theory mo. Afterwards, kapag nakabuka na ng theory is, you look for patterns. Ano ba yung mga patterns na yun? Ano ba yung nakapaloob doon sa freon? Bakit kaya niyang magpatigas ng yelo sa loob ng ref? And the next one is, you gather data. Magkukulit ka ng mga data ng proof, evidences, na para masabi mo na ang freon ang nagpo-cause ng solidness ng water. From liquid to solid. Physical change. Am I correct? Physical change ang tawag doon, right? From liquid water, from liquid naging solid. Right? So, before yan. So, meron pa tayong 10 minutes ha. Tapos, pagkatapos nito, papasok ulit ako na panibagong ID para matapos na. Okay? Now, next one. Participants' meanings. Now, why is this one of the quality of the qualitative research is that research, kaya nga tayo, para ano yan eh, kaya nga tayo nagkakaroon ng research, kaya nga tayo nagsasurvey, nag-interview, para makakuha ng data, makagather ng data. Ano survey niya? Kaya tayo kumuha ng para masagot or para magkaroon tayo ng solution doon sa study natin. Makakonduct tayo ng solution doon sa problem natin. So, walang parang sinabi mo na walang silbi yung mga nag-gather mong data sa mga participants mo, sa respondents mo, kung hindi mo ilalagay or hindi mo i-include sa study mo yung mga na-collect mong data from your participant. So, whatever they say, pwede mo siyang ilagay doon sa research mo. You quote and unquote. What do you mean by that? And toto, kung ano yung mismo pagkakasabi niya na doon sa survey mo or sa interview mo, yun yung ilalagay mo sa research mo. The next one is the emergent design. Emergent design and reflexivity. They are both magka-jive yan, meaning dapat your research is qualitative is flexible. Pwede siyang kumbaga sa bamboo, pwede siyang right, pwede siyang left. Depende sa takbo sa hampas ng hangin sa kanya right. Kapag nahampas siya ng hangin, pwede siyang magpa-right, pwede rin siyang magpa-left. While for the kumbaga nga sa qualitative naman is quality nga hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na hindi porket nakita mo sa study mo na lahat ng most ng mga Pilipino ay gusto ng Ilocano food. Hindi porket yun yung lumabas sa study mo, pwede mo siyang i-generalize na buong Pilipinas mas gusto ang Ilocano food. Kasi naman, hindi naman lahat ng tao is na kuhanan mo ng survey of just a portion of the Filipinos yun ang kuha mo. And hindi na naman, kumbaga is, hindi porket gusto ni Juan ng mansanas, gusto na rin ni Pedro ng mansanas. So, pwedeng mag-adjust. Yun, the word adjust and flexibility. Flexible. Yung magiging research, your qualitative research. And the next one is the holistic account. When we say holistic account, it is a qualitative researcher wishes to paint a comprehensive and complex view of the particular phenomenon being studied. This can be done by presenting different perspectives about the phenomenon, determining the factors involved, and developing the general picture emerging from the data. Visual representations through figures, charts, and tables can be utilized in this aspect. Holistic, whole. It means whole account. So, we could present that through figures, charts, and tables. Any question with this one? Any question po? Okay, so i-end ko lang to tapos magpapasok ko ng panibagong ID, okay? Para mas maano tayo. Pasok at okay, now yan. Our last one is the characteristics of the qualitative research. Now, let's go now. Katapos naman ng quality ng isang qualitative research, o di ba kahit ang qualitative research may quality. Kumbaga yung nakita natin yung mga quality na yun, yung mga nabanggit na quality na yun is, yun yung magiging come up nyo doon sa magiging qualitative research mo. Now, let's go naman with the strengths and weaknesses of your qualitative research. So, this is strengths and weaknesses of qualitative research, and also with the quality of it is galing siya doon sa theory ni Johnson and Christensen. So, first one is qualitative data can provide depth and depth and detail. Depth and detail. Mas magiging malalim pa yung pagkakaintindi natin, as magiging detalyado yung magiging pananaw natin doon sa study na ikakandak natin. So, first strength of a qualitative research is that we can provide, mabibigyan tayo ng linaw at mas malalim na pangangahulugan sa study na ikakandak natin. The next one, qualitative research can highlight complexities and subtleties about the research about the research, participants, setting, and phenomenon under study. So, mabibigyang diin yung mga kumbaga, yun nga, yung sinabi ko kanina is nabibigyan ng mas malalim na pangangahulugan at mas detalyadong pangangahulugan doon sa ikakandak na study through qualitative research. Kung ganun din naman is pinapakita niya kung ano ba yung importante. Ano ba talaga yung importante doon sa study na ginagawa natin. The next one, flexibility is another advantage of qualitative research. So, sabi ko nga, flexibility. Para siyang bamboo. Flexible siya. Hindi yung kapag humangin, naka-stiff lang siya. Hindi kagaya ng ibang puno na kung saan man yung hangin is nakatayo lang siya. So, yung qualitative research naman is flexible din siya. At dahil flexible yung research nyo is pwede pa rin siyang, actually kaya nga diba sabi natin research, uulitin na hanapin para makabuo ng panibagong solusyon sa isang problema. Dahil dito, magiging flexible ng qualitative research is that mas mabibigyan pa, mas mapapalawak pa yung study natin sa yung research natin sa isang study. Kumbaga is dati ang solusyon lang sa isang problema ay si letter A. Pero dahil flexible ang qualitative research is after conducting another research is masasabi natin na pwede rin palang maging gamot si letter B. And eventually, pwede rin maging gamot si letter C, si letter D, si letter D, E, and so on and so forth. Yan yung flexibility niya. The next one is, it values research participants' voices. So, sabi ko nga kanina, di ba, walang silbi yung pagkakandak nyo ng survey, interview, kung hindi nyo ilalagay kung ano yung nakuha nyo dun sa mga respondents nyo. Kumbaga is binaliwala nyo lang siya. Dapat hindi ganon. Sa qualitative research is that binibigyang halaga yung mga sinasabi, yung mga nakukuha nating answer sa mga respondents natin, sa mga interviewees natin. Yun yung pwede rin nating ilagay dun sa study natin. One of your research data. One of your data. Yun. Qualitative research can adapt to various scenarios, situations, to research participants' needs. Kaya nga, sabi natin, flexible yung qualitative. O kapag kung flexible ka, pwede kang mag-adapt. Diba nga ang bamboo nag-a-adapt sa hangin. Kung saan papunta yung hangin, doon din siya. Kumbaga ikaw din, kunwari, from Manila ka, tapos dinala ka sa province, kailangan mo rin mag-adapt. Dahil flexible ka, pero nakakapag-adapt ka kung nasaan ka. Ganon ang qualitative research. Now, after the strengths of a qualitative research, let's go now naman sa weaknesses of qualitative research. First, it is hard to generalize the findings of the research. Bakit? Bakit mahirap na i-conclude na buong Pilipinas ang gusto ay Ilocano food? Kasi nga, qualitative research siya. Yung nasabi ko nga, hindi porket gusto ni Juan ng mansanas, gusto na rin ni Pedro ng mansanas. Kasi nga flexible si diba? Flexible si qualitative research. Kung nasaan yung hangin, kumbaga sa bamboo is kung nasaan yung hangin, nandun siya. Kapag nasa east, nasa east. Kapag nasa west, nasa west. Ganun yung bamboo ko. Ganun din ang research. So dahil naging masyado siyang flexible, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-conclude na buong Pilipinas gusto ng Ilocano food. Kasi nga, flexible ang qualitative research. Another one, predictions are more difficult to make using the qualitative research. Hindi ka rin naman pwedeng mag-predict. Manghula. Hindi mo siya pwedeng hulaan. Mas mahirap manghula, or hindi naman sinasabi na pwede kang manghula sa iba. Pero, it's that, hindi mo siya pwedeng hulaan kasi nga it's a qualitative research. It's the quality. You should, di ba your research is kailangan, sinasaalang-alang mo rin yung respondents mo, the response of your respondents. So, mahirap nga i-predict nga, yung gaya nga ng sabi ko na hindi porket gusto ni Juan ng mansanas, gusto na rin ni Pedro ng mansanas. Next one, the researcher's skills play a role in the quality of the research output. Paano naging weakness to ng qualitative research? Yan, we said that qualitative research, the researcher's skills play a role in the quality of the research output. So, we said that if the researcher is inexperienced in entering the field, building rapport with research participants, and asking good questions, then the data collection process may yield limited data. So, kumbaga, kung hindi mo talaga gamay, or sabi ko nga, di ba kanina nga, yung quality, kailangan quality ng isang research is that the researcher is dapat yung puso niya nasa ginagawa niya. Kumbaga sa pagluluto rin, dapat na passion mo talaga yung pagluluto para maging kapag passionate kasi sa ginagawa mo, sa pagluluto mo, mas na-enhance mo yung lasa and the quality of the food you are serving, you are cooking. Diba kapag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, mas madali, mas maayos, mas maganda yung kalalabasan. Nagluto ka ng adobo, dahil galit ka, binukbok mo na lang ang binukbok. Diba? Ilocano na. Ibinuhos mo na lang yung isang boteng toyo, isang boteng suka, tapos nilagyan mo ng patis. Dahil wala lang. Dahil galit ka nga, or dahil hindi mo talaga siya passion, hindi mo talaga passion magluto, magiging quality ba yung adobo na lulutuin mo? Hindi, diba? Kaya nga sa lahat ng bagay, actually hindi lang dito sa paggawa ng research, but in everything that you do, you must be passionate. You should do it with the heart. Kasi kung wala yung puso mo doon, baliwala. You will not feel the success of the things you do if you are not passionate about it, if you do not have a heart on it. Kumbaga, eto, kunwari, nagtuturo lang ako kasi wala. I am just forced to teach. May matututunan ba kayo or may intindihan niyo ba yung sinasabi ko? Hindi, di ba? Kasi kailangan, you are passionate with what you are doing. Yung mga, kunwari is, na force lang na mag-nurse dahil yun ang gusto ng nanay, yun ang gusto ng tatay, yun ang gusto ng buong angkan. Dahil buong angkan is nurse, kailangan nurse ka rin. So, kung hindi mo mamahalin yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka mamahalin ang ginagawa mo. Ganun yun. Kailangan mahal mo yung ginagawa mo para mahalin ka rin pabalik nung ginagawa mo. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na dapat ang goal mo is, yung mindset mo na, ay, kailangan ko siyang mahalin para mahalin ako. Hindi yun. Ang sinasabi ko lang is, you should be passionate about it so that magkakaroon kayo ng good or a quality product. Diba? Kung kayo, HM kayo. So, after pwede kayo mag-chef, culinary chef. Pwede kayo maging chef boy Logro o kaya si House. Pangalan niya ulit sa Master Chef, si Mr. Hell. Gusto niyo mag-shine, maging gusto niyo ganon. Sa tingin niyo, magiging successful ba sila kung hindi sila passionate sa ginagawa nila? Napipilitan lang sila sa ginagawa nila? No. if you could say, pwede may masasabi kayo sa akin na, ay ma'am, si ganito, kahit hindi niya gusto yung ginagawa niya, successful siya. Please, tell me, ano niyo yung mga sinabi ko. Pero as far as I know, and as for my personal experience, talaga naman, kung hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa mo, malamang sa malamang, hindi talaga magiging quality yung ginagawa mo. Or hindi talaga siya magiging successful. Kahit gaano kaganda yung plano mo, medyo pupunta tayo sa religion. Kahit gaano ka-plano yung plano mo, kung ano talaga yung plano ni God sa'yo, yun. Pero wait lang, parang nag-iba siya. I mean is that, kung kahit gaano yung planning mo, meron kang plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, and plan A to Z. Pero, yung planong mong yun, wala yung puso mo doon, hindi siya magiging successful. If not 100%, but I tell you, pag hindi ka passionate sa ginagawa mo, hindi magiging maganda yung outcome ng ginagawa mo. Yan, masyado haba. Okay, and the next one is, qualitative research can also be time-consuming. Bakit? Kasi nga, sa ano pa lang, sa pag-gather pa lang ng data, ang daming oras na kailangan yan. First one, sa paggawa ng survey. Ang isipin mo ng survey mo is yung mga questions na ilalagay mo doon. Another one, yung mga respondents mo. After doing the survey, yung pamimigay mo ng survey, paghahanap mo ng respondents, kung sino dapat sumagot doon sa mga survey mo. O pagkatapos na, naibigay mo na yung survey forms. After that is, hindi mo naman pwedeng, ansara mo to no, ngayon na. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin sa respondent mong ganon. Madali, ngayon na, ansara mo na siya. Kailangan ko na siya ngayon din. Ganun. No, kailangan is, kapag nagsasurvey ka din is, you should also have it here. And that is, yan, yung mamaya sasabihin ko. The next one is, ito muna. Possible aspects that can be studied during using qualitative research. First, there are some practices, episodes, encounters, roles, relationships, groups, organizations, settlements, social worlds, lifestyles. So, hindi ko sinabing, pag sinabing episodes, hindi yan yung K-drama episode, ha? O kaya naman yung mga manga episode and everything na episode, o kaya yung mga Grey's Anatomy and the episode. How to get away with murder. Yung mga episode na yun. Hindi po yun, So, what do you mean? What are the basic topics? It could also be education, sociology, psychology, history, evaluation, medicine, and healthcare. Could you still hear me? Can you still hear me po?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
with that,
ma'am.
kasi medyo nagkaano na naman yung aking connection. So, yun naman. Now, let's go to the approaches to qualitative research. So, we do have two, naturalism and constructionism. Now, naturalism, it is an old tradition in qualitative research. So, basically, ito na yung basic yung ginagawa. So, before is, ito yung ginagawa nila is the naturalism. We say that naturalism is, it focus on telling research participants stories as they are and not how the researchers understands them. So, ito yung, kung ano yung sinabi ng researcher ay yung respondent is, yun na yun. Yun na yung ilalagay niya doon. So, hindi nalalagyan ng touch ng researcher. The touch, yung kumbaga is his or her own point of view. While for constructionism, we do have three types. We have the grounded theory, narrative analysis, and discourse analysis. Now, let's go with constructionism. We go first that constructionism, it is said that it is an approach to qualitative research, also interested in what is happening in social reality. Kumbaga, pareho rin naman siya ng naturalism na ang ina-approach niya is the happening in social reality. Makatotohanan. Pareho silang makatotohanan. Ang research dapat makatotohanan. Now, let's go with the grounded theory. Applying the tradition of qualitative research wherein no prior hypothesis is developed before extensive data analysis is done. Grounded theory is an approach utilized to develop theories from extensive analysis of patterns, themes, and categories from the gathered data. So sa grounded theory naman, it analyzes patterns, themes, and categories. While for the narrative analysis looks into people's accounts as stories and recognizes that these serve the following functions. First is stories are formulated around particular scenarios and settings. Next one, stories are shared with the audience in mind. Stories involve a series of events. Stories continue to evolve as they are retold. So, kumbaga, in the narrative analysis, the data is based on your respondents' answers. Yun naman yung sa narrative analysis. And while for the discourse analysis, from the word itself, discourse. Discourse meaning English 101. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng discourse ulit? There is an interaction. May communication na nangyari doon. Oral pang pala yun. Okay, yan. Discourse analysis, the approach highlights how language is utilized as a medium of interaction. It also investigates how talks and texts are formulated to persuade others to take one's stance and use assertions that may help weaken or disregards other explanations. Now, ito naman is more of kung paano magkakaroon ng interaction between the researcher and the researcher. Between the researcher and the respondents. Yung interaction na kung paano mas palalawigin ng researcher or yung mas makukuha ng researcher yung quality nung study niya through the respondents' response. Yung mas magiging natural lang yung pagsagot ng mga respondents mo doon sa interview o kaya doon sa survey forms na pinapasagot niyo. Any question with regards to the qualitative research from its qualities, strengths and weaknesses? What else? From possible topics of a research, characteristics. Any questions? For additional informations? So again, for the qualitative research, it is more on the quality, kalidad. Yun yung magiging solution dun sa problem ng study nyo. Any questions po?